Have you ever had this experience because of a simple misunderstanding? Every smile from a certain person feels laced with malice. Or because you are obsessed with a specific craving, you feel a clawing anxiety when it remains unfulfilled. In a recent deep dialogue regarding the Shurangama Sutra, a master and a disciple explored everything from the ripple of a single thought to traversing in a body of light. They revealed a piercing truth. The world we perceive is, to a large extent, an illusion fabricated by our own hands. Vibration and intersection, the essence of the information world. The disciple proposed a highly physical hypothesis. If the original essence is stillness, then the birth of a single thought is like a pebble dropped into a calm pond. Ripples expand outward in spherical waves. When the thought waves of two people intersect, they interact to create various floral patterns. The master defined these as information waves. Through superposition and accumulation, these waves transform from an energy state into a physical state, from electrons to molecules, eventually constituting all matter. The insight. Every thought you have broadcasts a signal. When these signals accumulate under the guidance of wrong views, they harden into our solid physical reality and bodily condition. Pressing the eye to create double vision. How do you create flowers in the void? The Shurangama Sutra uses a famous metaphor, individual karma and delusional vision. It is like a person with a cataract, an eye disease, who sees layered, 5-colored circles around the lamp. The master shared a real-life case. An elderly woman believed she had attained supernatural powers because she saw blossoms every time she looked at a light. In reality, it was merely a physiological ailment. Seeing the sickness as a shadow, the lamp hasn't changed. Your eyes are simply unwell. Pressing the eye to see double, the master asked the disciple to press against his eyeball while looking at the table. Sure enough, the disciple saw two objects. This is the normal state of our lives. We view the world through the eye disease of the ego and prejudice, slapping labels of good, bad, like or loathe onto everything. Once the label is stuck, neutral matter becomes the source of your agony. 3. The pitfall of blessings. Buying pain with merit. That lilac explored a profound social phenomenon. Many modern illnesses are bought with blessings. Take diabetes, for example. If you were so impoverished that you had nothing to eat, you naturally wouldn't suffer from it. It is precisely because we have the blessing of wealth that we obsessively consume, driven by the stubborn evil view that eating is the ultimate enjoyment. We eventually trade our life's merit for physical pain. The master pointed out, so-called good or bad are determined by human perception, also known as labeling. There was a miracle worker in India who remained healthy despite not eating for decades, shattering the rigid concept that one must eat to live. The more rigid your concepts, the more tightly your reality is bound. IV. Jan Datta's Frantic Run, the self-directed theater of fear. The story of Yanjanadatta from the sutras was mentioned. One morning, he looked in the mirror and saw a head, but when he reached up, he couldn't feel his own head, convinced he had lost it, and he ran about in a frantic madness. Are we not exactly the same? Because of a single comment from someone, we apply the label, "They are targeting me." Because of a minor loss of interest, we apply the label, "The world is a terrifying place." The affliction of seeking and examining, vitakka, vikara, like a madman talking to himself. 99% of our troubles are past thoughts bewitching the present you. You rehearse a grand drama in your mind and end up scaring yourself to death. The ultimate goal. From flesh to freedom. If this body is a burden accumulated through beginningless visual sickness and karma, where should we go? The dialogue concluded with a mesmerizing vision, the body of light. Much like a holographic projection, visible and audible, but without the burden of a digestive system or the suffering of hunger, thirst, heat, or cold. Why haven't we achieved this? Because we love to eat. Because we cannot let go of our craving for physical substance. When we no longer need destructive labels to protect me and mine, the flower in the void will naturally wither. The world doesn't actually contain that much suffering. All the labels were handmade and applied by us. The next time you feel angry, aggrieved, or in pain, try asking yourself, which eye disease of a thought fabricated this flower in the void? When you learn to stop labeling, you will find the ceasing of the wandering mind is itself Bodhi, enlightenment.